We have to understand that when we work with investors, there's many people that try and buy investment properties or maybe have bought investment properties, but kind of reach their limit. They reach their cap. And what this basically means is that, the lending criteria, there's a certain, they'll lend on debt ratios, right? And once you reach a certain limit, they say, hey, listen, you reached your limit. You can't buy anymore. Well, that's not necessarily the case, because there's programs out there that will use what's called debt service ratio qualification, and it's more done on the commercial side. The rates aren't that much different. And for example, if I get here, so debt service ratios, for example, if you're buying a property and the rental income is $2,000 each month and it costs you $500 in expenses along with a $1,200 monthly mortgage payment, then your DCR or your debt service ratio would equal 125. Okay. And then the lender will say, that's all I need. It cash flows 125. So, and to put that in English, basically your cash flow needs to exceed 25% of your expenses. Okay. It's just, that's why I put that little abbreviation to kind of make sure you kind of like, that could be confusing for some people. So does this cash flow at 25% above what my expenses are? Okay. If it does, you don't need to show your income. Okay. The income is non-income. It's not an issue. Okay. It's just, we have to use a lender that will do these, right? And more done on the commercial side. Okay. So just be aware that this is available. Another thing that we talked about is you'll get a lot more investors that are investing in holding companies. A lot of times holding companies really had to go to the commercial side. But HSBC, which is now, licensed, they're now doing it in here and Alberta. Okay. They will allow you to hold up to 12 properties under a holding company. So under the residential side, and the rates are very, very favorable. Okay. So there are those sort of options. The next thing, and this is a big thing that I'm getting right now too, is when you're buying an investment which is a fiveplex or more, there's a newer program. I said new about 6 months ago, but it's probably over a year now, that you can purchase up to $20 million, okay, with a down payment as low as 5% and amortizations up to 50 years, okay? There's no TDS, no GDS requirements on this, okay? So you could have somebody that could potentially not qualify for an $800,000 regular purchase, but they could qualify for a 2.5 million because now we amortize over the 50 years and we just had to put a 5% down payment. This is an insured program. This is a CMHC insured program. They are trying to put out incentives for people that are investors to create housing, all right? So what they're saying, how do we make it easier? How can we help? Obviously, by reducing the amount of down payment that we need to put towards these, it would help the investors. And by spreading the amortization longer, reduces our month-to-month expense costs. So therefore, it cash flows. Okay. So you can use this to buy, seniors buildings. You can buy, anything fiveplex or more, 5 units or more. This particular program can apply to that.